Hey there, friends. Welcome back to our channel where we dish out the juiciest relationship advice. Get ready for a roller coaster of suspicion, secrets, and sibling drama in today's story.
I, F33, think my husband, M36, is cheating on me with my brother, M30. How do I bring this up or cope? From August 2023 to now, I've noticed what I suspect is my husband cheating on me with my brother. My brother met my husband around that time when we helped him move into his first house. My husband and I eloped because of my parents disapproving of him, financial reasons. I make more and they didn't see my husband fit to marry me since I'm the provider. We've been together for 10 years, married for 6. My brother, to my knowledge, is straight. We were never too close because our interests just never aligned. I've noticed the following major things, but at the time thought nothing of it because they're both men and I just never suspected it. I never thought my husband would cheat on me, period, let alone with my brother. 1. My husband doesn't let me look at the messages between him and my brother. He asks me to text people using his phone for him all the time, but if my brother is texting, he's quick to take his phone and do it himself. 2. My brother is always coming over when I'm not home. I never minded at first because he and my husband are very close, but now I'm wondering if there's a reason why. The minute I come home, my brother is suddenly already packing up to leave. I've had one-on-one talk in person with my brother for maybe 30 minutes within the past month. 3. Recently, March 2024 now, my husband has been claiming overtime. When I asked about the overtime money, he got defensive and called me controlling and told me to stay out of his finances. 4. My husband never asks me about my day anymore. He's glued to his phone, and when I ask, he's texting my brother. 5. We don't have sex anymore. We haven't for 2 months now, and it's driving me up a wall. Whenever I try to initiate or do something sexy, he turns me down and avoids me. He never used to do this before. 6. They go to the gym together, and when my husband comes home, he talks about my brother's figure and form for a good 10 minutes to me while he showers. I at first thought that he was just proud of my brother. He's very muscular and spends lots of time in the gym now due to my husband. Those key points have been pushing me to think that he's cheating. For the longest, I was at most just annoyed with my husband. I've had close female friends, and I used to not be able to prioritize my time, so I thought it was just that. Things have really been escalating this past month, and I don't think my husband is being faithful anymore. This Saturday, my husband and I were supposed to go out on a date to rekindle my idea. I pushed for it, but I don't think I want to go anymore. He's been moody ever since I brought it up in the first place. Am I overthinking this? I thought if my brother were a woman, then I'd probably be going ballistic. When I think about it that way, everything seems to fall into place. But what if I'm wrong? I don't want to blow something up if it's nothing. My husband has no gay history, and neither does my brother to the best of my knowledge. My husband has always been the super macho gym rat type, and my brother is, I guess, just average. Is this normal? How do I bring this up to my husband? Should I just put this all behind me and deal with it? We've been together for a decade and I really love him. I don't want to throw everything away because I'm being insecure.
Whoa. That story really got me. Now, let's hear what everyone else thinks about this crazy situation.
My first thought is that they're scoring drugs together, including but not necessarily limited to steroids, lowered sex drive, overtime money missing, talking about muscles, secret texts, talking about how or when to score or inject for max results, gym progress, plans to meet or buy or pick up, etc. Missing money. Steroids are expensive, and if Opie's husband is getting them for both himself and her brother, that adds up fast. Dead bedroom. Steroids kill libido and cause shrinking testicles, impotence, and erectile dysfunction. He's very muscular and spends lots of time in the gym now due to my husband. Self-evident, average guys don't become very muscular in a few months without juice. Plus, Opie's husband is a super macho gym rat type. You don't stay that guy for very long without at least knowing of a steroid guy in your area. Irritation, mood swings. Steroids cause emotional dysregulation and irritation. Husband could also be mad that the upcoming date night will throw off his macros or drug schedule or workout plan. There's a lot of closeted people in this world. You're not being insecure at all. Something isn't right, and you deserve to know what's happening so you can know what your next move should be. I'm going to recommend something I rarely ever do. Go through his phone. Set up cameras hidden in your house with audio. You're going to have to. Honestly, I'm not for going through people's phones, and even here, I think I'm still not. But setting up cameras? 100%. 300% even. I say no to the phone because, as someone who has done this and found cheating, you can find way more than you expected, and that's hurt and pain you don't need. Things like talking shit on you, sexual content, pictures of your brother that you may not want to see. Really, the one that got me the most was my then partner saying nasty shit about me at times I knew we were together. Trust me when I say, you don't want to know all of that. But fuck yeah on the cameras, because all you need to see is a kiss or body language, and you can turn that off because you got what you needed to provide proof of your suspicions. Even maybe the car tracking, so long as that's legal. Ick anything about that. Unless you think you'd be able to get on his phone and at the first indicator of an affair, screenshot and walk away. I don't personally have that kind of self-control though. Trust your gut. Something might be up, and it could be an affair or something else. I'd put money on steroids or other drugs. Typically with an affair, people all out avoid and overcompensate. But most importantly, you're not crazy to suspect something, but just don't take crazy action to confirm. Sit your husband down and say, I think something is going on and I want to know what. Lay out your evidence and feelings. Go from there. I'd also recommend finding a therapist for yourself because it's very likely whatever's going on is going to be difficult to process or move on from. Take care of yourself first and foremost. Thank you for this. I haven't accused my husband or brother of anything, and I would never without evidence. I would never want to be accused of cheating on my partner with their sibling, regardless of gender. I haven't figured out how to confront my husband about anything at the moment because I have no proof of anything. All I have is suspicious behavior that's been compiling over months. I don't want to be called crazy and have him deny everything. I would want a true, honest conversation with explanations. As other comments have suggested, I want to invest in cameras. I don't think he could deny hard evidence whether it's drugs or an affair. I just want honesty. Thank you for your kind words.
As we consider the different perspectives shared by our viewers, it's clear that suspicions can lead to some tough decisions. Now, let's delve into a viewer's personal experience and the lessons they learned about trusting your instincts and gathering evidence in uncertain situations.
I just wanted to add, if you do go through his messages, OP, which it sounds like you don't want to, and to which I totally understand. But, if you do choose to go that route, be ready with your phone in hand to take any pictures of the texts or other media you find, because for sure, once he gets a whiff of any kind of suspicion, more than likely he will erase any or all evidence of his guilt. If you do want to salvage the relationship potentially though, and have the money to hire a PI, that's what I would do in your case. About 5 years ago, or so, I found out my partner was basically seeing me and this other woman at the same time. I found months and months and months of emotional relationship involvement. Way more than just sex, and he also got her pregnant at one point. So much I wish I never had stumbled upon, but it was the only way I was going to find out. I logged into his Facebook Messenger while he was in a substance abuse program, and I just so happened to find his password written down somewhere. Things that I learned more than anything back then was to trust your gut. If you've got this overwhelming feeling something is off, it probably is. There's so many things we pick up even subconsciously that give us these subtle clues, which altogether create this deep-seated pit of stomach kind of feeling. This sucks. Sorry you're going through this, OP. Stay strong and collect evidence whenever possible. Someone already proposed steroids. It will exemplify the sudden gym bro attitude, the obsession with your brother's gym forms, and the low sex drive. Steroids, as any other drugs, are very damaging to one's health. I don't know why a 30-year-old man would need help with steroids, but they could be enjoying other stuff like marijuana while together. Have you noticed any particular smell in your house after your brother leaves? Have you noticed other changes in your husband's thoughts about you and women? Is he sloping down the podcast alpha male territory? It could be all of those, or it could be cheating or your brother trying to cover up for cheating. You should really install small security cameras. Moon, how close are you with your brother? Does he have AS or O as well? If so, you may want to compare notes. As something is off, and I too immediately thought, yeah, cheating. But other addictive behavior is also highly plausible.
Wow, steroids. That's a wild theory, but hey, anything's possible, right? Friends, have you ever had suspicions about someone close to you using steroids or engaging in other addictive behaviors? It's definitely food for thought.
You are never going to know the truth unless you look through his phone, sorry. If he won't let you read messages from him, your own brother, that's a huge red flag. Your gut is always right, there is something weird going on. Buy a spy camera or recording pin on Amazon that is voice activated and put it in your house for the next time your brother is there. Then you can have peace of mind and move on from this one way or another. So sorry that you are going through this. I understand your refusal to go through his phone, and I agree that cameras may be the best option. I'm not sure how covert you want to go with them, but if you're asked why you have them, if you find something you will be asked, you can say that you, or your neighbors, have been a victim of burglary, or you want to keep an eye on your kids or pets, so you thought that it's good to invest in hidden security cameras. Just adding that if you want to install a home security system or use covert cameras, you have to be very sure that if you do, or don't find anything incriminating, that it may be illegal if the recording is not consensual. Please make sure that you understand the risks and know the law where you live. Your husband is talking about another man's physique for 10 minutes after every workout? That alone will have some women packing a bag. Hun, why are you still there? If you want concrete proof, then install a camera to catch him or hire a PI. This ain't looking good, girl. Are either of them gay? Has anyone ever claimed or believed either of them to be gay? They could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff together beyond an affair with each other.
Could there be more to this? There could be hidden layers here.
Put up a hidden camera or a nanny cam and see what happens and what they talk about. Also, sit down with your husband and discuss marriage and finances. This "stay out of my financial business" is crazy talk. You are married. There aren't any secrets. Time to investigate in camera with sound. Even mic alone would be handy because it is harder to spot. They share something. But sex is not the only possibility, and not only between them. I read a post months ago where the suspicious husband's behavior was due to him and his friends being voyeurs at a dogging point. Your poor husband, such disrespect. All the signs just point to two things. Him having a blast hanging out with your bro, who is obviously helping him cover up cheating with other sheiks. And yet, you rather imagine him fudge packing and giving your brother back shots. Your husband must have one of those next-level gay faces.
But before we wrap things up, how about we listen to a few enlightening comments from our amazing community?
You could be right, but there isn't anything concrete here. Maybe it's just a bromance, and he talks to your brother about you, and that's why he doesn't want you to see. Can you hire a private investigator? You are never going to know the truth unless you look through his phone, sorry. If he won't let you read messages from him, your own brother, that's a huge red flag. Your gut is always right, there is something weird going on. Buy a spy camera or recording pin on Amazon that is voice activated and put it in your house for the next time your brother is there. Then you can have peace of mind and move on from this one way or another. Get your hands on his phone, whether it be at night when he is asleep, and go through the MSGS. Your husband sounds way too defensive, to be honest, if you have a conversation about it, so just try to find the evidence yourself. Get a spy cam for the living room and if possible hide it. Sounds extreme, I know, but this will eat you alive, and neither will they tell you anything. If you find nothing, nobody is hurt. If you find something, at least you have proof then.
As we reflect on this tale of suspicion and uncertainty, here's a question to ponder. How would you approach confronting your partner about suspicions of infidelity with a family member? Alright, folks, that's a wrap for today. Thank you all for tuning in, and remember, if you have a story or need advice, don't hesitate to reach out. Until next time.